What's up everyone, this is Yasser Lead, and in today's video I have something new. It's not a new team or a new top team content, and I know that I haven't posted anything about what's happening in the league's top team content for this two cups in this week, because I feel like I have enough videos for those two type of cups and I don't have stuff for the Open Master League, so I cannot make any videos about the top teams. Also, I might be dropping a team in 2 days. I'm still like, I have some problem with downloading stuff from Google Drive. I don't know, I will try to figure it out. But yeah, today there is like kind of a huge news that we got in the game. I'm not the guy who usually like hypes up stuff, but today is like we're getting something good. Celebrate the season of Alola during Alola finale event. So I don't care about anything here. So technically from 25th, you guys can see it, from 25th to 31, which is in 7 days. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like, these are just like bonus stuff that you can do while you're outside. But this is the huge one. In celebration of the season of Alola, you will be able to evolve the Cubone during this event to get Alolan Marowak that knows the charge attack Shadowbone. This is big one. Why? Because now, I mean, I myself have a solid IV. I think I have the rank 3 Alolan Marowak from GoFest. But if you don't have a good IV Alolan Marowak, now it's time you can get a solid IV Alolan Marowak. Why? Alolan Marowak with a decent IV can live Shadow Ball from full HP. Alolan Marowak with decent IV can also live the Fire Spin damage plus the Shadow Ball, so you can risk no shielding a bait in the mirror, so you can no shield because you can live enough Fire Spin damage plus a Shadow Ball, which usually like only specific people could do that, like the people who actually get a decent IV one from the GoFest. And other than that, I don't think. And lots of people used to stop playing Marowak because they lack the IV, and you have to trade tons of them, and they would like only exist in the raid outside GoFest. And yeah, so if you have a Cubone that has been hoarded for like the past 5 years, now it will be the time. Not now, once this event is live. Okay, once this event is live, don't tag me and tell me like you told me to do it now and you don't have Alolan Marowak. No, once this event live, you can get a decent Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak currently is bad in the meta, but you know what does this mean? You can evolve Shadow Cubone into Shadow Alolan Marowak. And how does that sound, by the way? So here I have the Sims on PvPoke, and it shows, as you guys can see, Alolan Marowak. This is raid IV, by the way. This is not a decent IV. Alolan Marowak, Alolan Marowak. The first two are Fire Spin, Shadow Bone, Bone Club. The last two is like Hex, Shadow Bone, Fire Blast. Hex, Shadow Bone, Fire Blast, Shadow, non-Shadow, Shadow, non-Shadow. And in the one, let's see the differences. Okay, in the one shield, Abomasnow, you dominate regardless, you don't care about anything. This is not the one I want. Dewgong, you drop the Dewgong, but Dewgong, technically it doesn't exist, and no one used Dewgong, okay? If they had someone using Dewgong, probably that's some low elo. Here is one good matchup. See, this one, the Drapion matchup is very close. It's not even close on the non-Shadow, but on the Shadow, it's very close. Look at this. Let's see the Sims. And the one, the Drapion wins with 5 energy. Awak dies with 30 energy. That means Awak with 2 Fire Spins can flip this matchup now. See? You can flip this matchup as a Ghost versus a Dark Pokemon. So that's a decent matchup. It's like, yeah, you lose, but with energy lead, you can win that matchup. That thing never happened before. A Drifloon was a dominated matchup for the Drifloon because Drifloon technically wins CMP. But now it's a close matchup. Used to be a close matchup because you have to land the nuke, you have to no shield the bait. But now, by correct bait, you just win, okay? Because here, if you CMP them here, you deny, and you get to the Shadow Bone. So technically, that's decent because this Shadow Bone used to not KO after they debuff you. Look at the Sims before. The Shadow Bone is not enough, doesn't do enough damage to KO the Drifloon after you get Icy Wounded. This is a huge matchup as well. So far, two matchups. And here, like the Hex versus Lapras. Versus Lapras, Hex, Awak used to lose to Lapras, but now you win. you do enough damage from the Shadow Bone to KO Lapras in 2. Like, Alolan Marowak used to beat Lapras in the 0 if you get a debuff, but now if you Shadow and with Hex, you can do it. That's another matchup. Shadow Machamp. It used to be a Machamp favor because Machamp is just whenever Machamp lands the bait, Machamp can win. But with the Shadow, it's not a win anymore. This is a solid matchup for Kanto specifically. So far, we have the Lapras and we have the Machamp matchup. That's a 2 big matchups in the Kanto Cup. So if you can see here, you can win this straight Bone Club. While like on the non-Shadow, straight Bone Club doesn't KO and Machamp can live. Yeah, look at this. Machamp can live. Alolan Marowak, see? Like, yes, sorry. With this one, the Shadow Bone doesn't, the Bone Club doesn't KO, and you have to go straight. You have to land the Shadow Bone, and then the Rock Slide almost KO you. While if you are non-Shadow, if you are Shadow, you can beat Machamp straight Bone Club. You don't even need the Shadow Bone. This is a huge matchup. I think this is the biggest matchup so far. Another one, Meganium. Look at this. Meganium beats AWAC usually, like, because whenever Meganium land the EQ, it does win. That's it, period. But if you Shadow, Meganium dies before it gets to the EQ, and they have to throw the Frenzy because technically they get outpaced. Where here they live the Shadow Bone plus the fire spin damage, and with a correct bait they can still land the EQ. So it's kind of like bait dependent matchup, where here you just don't care. You just shield the first move, and then you get to a Bone Club, land the bait, and then go straight to Bone Club. You can still no, not this matchup. Yeah, this matchup here. Where here they will be forced to throw Frenzy because they don't live enough to go straight to the EQ. I think there is another matchup, which is the Sableye. Okay, I will be talking about the Sableye matchup, but here I want to talk about the Sims, the obvious ones. Okay. The Skarmory matchup, you just dominate Skarmory matchup because you CMP Skarmory and then you always straight Bone Club with the fire spin damage. That's enough. Look at the G-Fisk. You don't lose the G-Fisk in the 1 anymore. You can beat G-Fisk now. You can beat Talonflame. Talonflame used to be the superior fire because it's the fire that beats other fire. And AWAC start falling off the meta after they introduced Talonflame because technically Talonflame just became the superior fire since it beats all the fire and it can nuke stuff like Azo and these stuff. And you beat the G-Fisk as a steel Pokemon. But now Alolan Marowak, look at this. You dominate the Talonflame matchup if you land the bait. If you have Energy Lead, you dominate. Look at this. Trevenant. You also beat the Trevenant. You also beat Walrein the Shadow, where like the non-Shadow Marowak doesn't beat it. Okay? So far, look at this. We have 4 more wins. Those big wins. And 2 close games. So technically 7 wins if you are on Energy Lead. And in meta, that's like 50 Pokemons. Is that enough for a Pokemon to change the meta? Yeah, that's enough for a Pokemon to change the meta because now you beat a Trevenant. So technically now you are the best Pokemon to break the core Walrein with a Trevenant, because so far like even G-Fisk doesn't do that because G-Fisk doesn't reliably beat Walrein because G-Fisk has to shield the EQ and call the bait, which is it's not like a comfortable matchup to be in. Now if you get a Shadow Alolan Marowak, you are just like the best core breaker to this cup. That's you beat G-Fisk as well. So technically one of the most popular teams is like Trevenant, Walrein, G-Fisk. Alolan Marowak beats all of them. And like in the Kanto Cup, you beat Lapras and you beat Machamp reliably. You can beat Drapion. So I think those 7 matchups are enough to make this Pokemon like a big deal. So again, you still have time. Even if you have frustration, try to evolve it. You can TM later, okay? Just try your best to evolve it. That's it. I believe that it still exists now in the current Team Rockets. I think I have a rank 400 Shadow that I can make. But yeah, please, if you're watching this video, only do Cubone Team Rockets. And you might get a good shiny one. And yeah, that's it for like today's video. I talked about the 0, the 1. That's because that's what a Shadow Pokemon should play. Shadow Pokemon never play the 0. Shadow Pokemon never play the 1 out of the 2. But Those big wins are enough for me to make a Shadow, Alolan Marowak, and try my best to make it meta, or to introduce it to the meta, or to play like a Pokemon that just destroy the main codes in the current meta, because the current meta is literally G-Fisk, Trevenant, Walrein, Lapras, Medicham, and all of them lose to Alolan Marowak. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Please let me know what do you think of featuring Pokemons, and talk about the Shadow, non-Shadow, anything such as this. And let me know what you think. And by the way, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/YesElite. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Peace.